Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Mon Voyage. My name is Kanika Seth and here on this channel I explain my journey into spirituality and my understanding on topics like law of attraction, manifestation, healing, self-love, spiritual guides and much more. So welcome back, and today we are discussing about why is it that self discovery in our work, self work is so required to explore, to experience our spiritual awakening or our journey. Well, even through in my case, when I started all of this work to understand law of attraction 10, 11 years back, I manifested some things just by fear, just by sheer belief and faith, right? And that's how it generally starts. But then there are also things which do not work for us in spite of doing everything that we are told to do, like visualization, talking about it, putting it on walls, right? Making journals. All of it was just not working for me. And why was it not working for me? I experienced and understood, I think, after 10 years of, exploring all of it. And that's where I think all the puzzles just fall into place. Till that time also, I didn't know that we have so much of help from universe. And I think it was only when I became or when the time was right, and when I was seeking it, and when I started to work on my inner self, that's where I could actually experience so many things which I think we just know. Each of us have a soul, right? We are spirits, and there is so much knowing which is residing in our gut, which we just forget. Because as a child, when we come in, we know all of it. The soul comes here with certain clarity. The soul knows everything, but when we take this human form, we forget all of it. So spirituality is just nothing but a self discovery through this inner work, self work that we do and experience, to come back to that knowing that we have. And all of it in that process, everything that is coming to you is basically, it sounds like a reminder that ye to humko pata tha, that we already knew this. And how do we know it? We have no idea, but we know it. So that coming back to that knowing is all of this work. But how do we come back? How do we come back to that knowing? So much chaos is in our conscious mind that everything which is retained in our subconscious mind, we cannot access, we cannot even hear that, we cannot listen that. And if sometimes, if you intuitively listen something or just feel something, you're always misguided. You are always told, how do you believe? There is no proof of it, or there are no believers around you, right? And hence we just get lost. We get lost. And so much pain, so much of trauma, we it is very lucrative, it is very nice to remain in that comfort zone. Because firstly, what we all do, we like to blame others, we like to blame situations, people in our lives. Call it your wrongdoers, or call anything, that comfort of putting, of blaming, or holding someone else responsible for our pains, for everything that is happening to us, is much more comfortable than taking that ownership to work on ourselves. And hence majority of the people cannot experience all of things which spirituality has to offer, or the universe has to offer. Therefore, it is very important to understand that this process, this journey is yours. You are the only one making it, you are the only one going within, helping your own self. Others will come to guide you, to maybe offer an external healing. There will be teachers, healers, coaches, all will be there to walk that journey with you, but they cannot walk it for you. If somebody someday say, okay, please tell me a spiritual teacher who can just enlighten me, they can guide you, but they cannot do the inner work that you will only have to do, right? Hence, so much of inner work, reflections, bringing everything to your awareness is required to understand and to follow this process. And the day along with the will, you will also make a promise to yourself that whatever it is, whatever I will go through it, and whatever is coming to my awareness, I will accept it. Because somewhere when people start, all of this work, most of it cannot walk that path because so much of denial comes in. Okay, no, I am not responsible, or I cannot do this. It is much, it is out of, because it requires a lot of conviction, and it is very painful. It is very painful that so much of it, majority of the time, is caused by ourselves, and obviously everything around is also equally contributing to it. But need to understand that now is the time to let go. Now is the time that if you're getting aware, if you want to work on yourself, make that affirmation that I'm willing to change, I'm willing to work on myself. That's where exactly how I started my journey. When my coach told me that the first affirmation I need to just repeatedly remind myself is, I am willing to change, I am willing to work on myself. That's where the magic started to happen. Now, just affirming it doesn't obviously work. You need to do the actual work too. So a lot of inner work is needed, where we need to go inside, go and reflect what exactly is holding us back to experience our spiritual selves. We all have a higher self. We have that knowing, but to believe in it, to listen to it, to experience all of it, and even to experience the guides that are coming our way, because of the blessings of the universe, to connect with them. To connect with them, you will have to clear the chaos. You will have to peel off every single thing not serving you. Now, all of it cannot be done in one session, two session. It is a process. It is a long process. The journey will depend on every individual. Some to some it comes very naturally and very fast. To some it takes a lot of time, because resistance to work on ourselves is too high. So once we lower that resistance, that's where your journey will start. But take it as a it's not a project that you're working on yourself. It is a long process, and every single day that we have to work, on becoming aware, becoming mindful of our emotions, thought. Because majority of the time, thought is the base which we think, and then that's how we create our emotions around it, we create our feelings around it, and we create our energies around it. So we have to be very mindful of what we are thinking, and what is it that we have been thinking since your birth. Since even if you go back in your memory, you will remember so much is already stored in your conscious mind. But there's so much also which is stored in your subconscious mind, which you don't have access to, which you cannot hear, right? Because of all the dirt which is lying in our conscious mind. So transformations happen, people change, people evolve. We all can do that. We have that power. All power is within us. All we need to do is just work. So this was a normal introduction that why inner work will be so needed. Because when I talk to people, they come and tell me, okay, no, if I'm paying someone, or if I am taking that guidance, then you are responsible to do and heal me. It doesn't happen. You can get some relief, you can get some momentary satisfaction, but the inner work is something that you will need to do. And it is never ever very pleasing. It is not which is very comfortable. Okay, it will be very painful. Some people like me, when I am also healing, releasing, a lot of it comes to my awareness through a lot of physical pains and aches. I get headaches, I will get fatigue, I will get sometimes just energy shift. So all of it, my releases are very painful, right? So but if I am saying it is for me, it is not necessary that it will be for everyone. But that awareness, because someday obviously when we are also getting that awareness that how I was responsible, or why am I holding that memory, or holding so much of pain from my past and trauma, when you're starting releasing, you'll be crying, you'll be shouting, you'll be feeling bad, you'll be feeling guilty. So all of it is not easy. It is a painful process, but only through this you will reach your goal. You will see the light after the tunnel, which is very, very good, right? So start your work as soon as you willing to as soon as you feel the need, or you're coming to awareness, or you're just guided, right? So just start the work, and I am there with you, experiencing my own healing journey and sharing it with you, with all in, with giving you all the true facts around it. So, I mean, there's nothing which is too jazzed up, or which is something you'll not relate to. I'll try and make it as relatable as possible. Just stay tuned and follow through it. And I'm sorry, my videos are not very regular, but please follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn. There is a lot of written content that I write under various topics too. Till then, see you then. Bye. Love and light. Till then, take care. Bye.